Property News Week 2 from Sandtons. Let's get into real talk. Our first headline is Spain's strong property growth. Housing market shows remarkable resilience with impressive growth figures just released this February. Let's look at the numbers. Sales reached nearly 59,000 transactions in February, a healthy 12.2% increase compared to the same period last year. And the latest provincial data from the Colegio de Registrados reveals significant regional variations across the country. Andalucia, where I am now, leads the way with an exceptional 24.5% surge in residential sales, making it the standout performer among Spain's regions. Catalonia, up the coastline, follows with an impressive 15.6% growth, and Murcia region rounds out the top three with a solid 13% increase. Overall, strong performers include the Balearic Islands at 10.7% and Madrid region at 8.5%, and the Canary Islands showing just some modest growth at 3.9%. Only one region bucked the trend, that was Valencia, with a slight decline at 1.9%. On the mortgage front, approximately 38,500 residential mortgages were registered nationwide in February, representing a more modest but still positive 1.9% year-on-year increase. Notably, Andalucia again outperformed, mortgage growth of 22.5%. Figures represent projected data for nearly 90% of analyzed record, painting a picture of continued confidence in Spain's housing sector, despite broader economic challenges. Let's talk about Spain's new anti-squatter law. In today's property news update, I'm bringing you information on a game-changing legal development in Spain. As of this first week in April 25, Spain has implemented sweeping new anti-squatter legislation that significantly strengthens property owners. Their rights across the country are now substantially changed with the introduction of immediate eviction, procedures that can be initiated as soon as illegal occupation is discovered. Courts are now mandated to resolve this in 15 days of filing, a dramatic improvement from the previous system, where evictions could drag on for months, years. Property owners will also see a significant reduction in legal costs because that financial burden has moved, not to the landlord, but to the squatter themselves. It's important to note these changes are not retroactive, meaning existing cases will continue under the previous framework. Additionally, certain protections remain in place for genuinely vulnerable people. For anyone owning or considering purchasing property in Spain, these changes represent one of the most significant property rights reforms in recent Spanish legal history. I recommend consulting a legal professional to understand how these new regulations might affect your specific situation. Spain's premium rental market continues to have soaring prices in top locations. I'm focusing on Spain's increasingly expensive rental market, where luxury locations are commanding record prices. And according to the latest Idealista data, 30 locations across Spain now have an average monthly rent exceeding 1,500, with some areas reaching 4,000 per month. But of course, here in the Costa del Sol, this is a #1 rental hotspot for premier rentals, with significantly higher numbers. Benavides, Marbella West reflect this. And here down in the coastline of Sotogrande and Estepona, we're seeing rents reaching 3,815 and 2,900 respectively. Down in other parts like the Balearic Islands, they're equally impressive, commanding Spain's second highest rents. This price surge is driven by high demand from international buyers and limited housing supply in these sought-after locations, while other premium amenities matter, from world-class golf, marinas and more. Investors and property watchers see these figures and highlight the continuing strength of Spain's premier rental market, particularly in the coast where I am now and the metropolitan areas. Rafa Nadal's luxury development in Estepona. In today's property spotlight, I'm bringing you exciting news from Spain's prestigious Costa del Sol. Tennis legend Rafa Nadal and prominent businessman Abel Matutes have received official approval to develop one of the last remaining undeveloped seafront areas on the Costa del Sol. Their joint venture company, Paya Invest, will build 50 luxury beachfront villas right here in Estepona's Los Llanos areas, exactly where I am now, adjacent to the Alcazaba beach urbanization. This Mediterranean-style village will feature 3-story homes with attics, and while the seafront properties will maintain a lower profile with just ground floors and attics, the development spans approximately 36,000 square meters of prime coastal real estate. This project represents part of a larger 200 million investment by Nadal and Matutes on this Costa del Sol, which includes plans for another 40 additional luxury properties in Naguelas de Marbella. The name Playa Invest cleverly combines elements from both partners' backgrounds, referencing their Balearic Islands heritage and incorporating elements from their respective companies. Matutes' Ibizan hotel chain Palladium and Nadal's Estepona, this development marks a significant addition to Estepona's luxury property market and continues the long-standing business relationship between these two high-profile Spanish entrepreneurs. And finally, let's talk about right here. I'm in Sotogrande, where there's been a huge property boom. Spain's Monaco. This exclusive enclave in Cadiz province saw property prices surge by an astonishing 30% in 2024 alone. The average sales price now is 1.9 million, putting it firmly alongside global hotspots like Monaco and Saint-Tropez. And some properties in Sotogrande, they reach incredible levels, with several homes selling for 17 million, a first for the area. And new developments are driving much of this growth. The exclusive Village Ferry apartment complex has already sold 85% of its units, before the second phase delivery expected in mid-25, and apartments averaging 1.4 million each. Meanwhile, the 15 has sold more than half of the plots and villas in the Aquapark project by Arc Architects, completely sold out in just 6 months, with some properties reaching 12 million euros. What's incredible about Sotogrande is its unique status as the only urbanization in Spain with its dedicated postcode, 11310. This, combined with 24-hour security, creates an exclusive safe haven that's particularly attractive to wealthy families seeking privacy and prestige. Sotogrande is so much more than a place to live. It represents a lifestyle, a vibrant community deeply connected to nature, and it's been recognized as one of the world's best golf residential developments by Golf World magazine and its 3 top-class courses, Real Club, Valderrama and Real Sotogrande. La Reserva is also here, and that's all. Second edition of Property News, Real Talk from Sandtons here on the Costa del Sol. From Sotogrande, until next week, hasta luego.